Hey guys, last week I went to Tasmania where I met up with an awesome fellow nerd fighter who's going to be studying in the Netherlands next year. And if you don't know what a nerd fighter is, then just click anywhere on the screen right now and it'll take you to a video explaining nerd fighters. And no, that won't work on a mobile device, just so you know. So this is Meg, and her lovely family let me stay with them during the whole week, which is incredibly sweet, and I'm really grateful for that. For a number of reasons, including this incredible view from their living room window, because apparently that's normal in Hobart. Basically, Tasmania is just freaking beautiful. I mean, I didn't even get to see that much because I spent most of the week in and around Hobart. But that's just a really good excuse to go back. I mean, I wouldn't mind going back at all, really. Yeah, let's do that. I think one of the things that I love about Tasmania so much is all the many open spaces, which is really easy to explain because, for comparison, Tassie's almost twice the size of the Netherlands and they've only got 500,000 people living there, whereas the Netherlands, you know, we crammed 16.8 million people on a tiny little surface. Yeah, I didn't really do that much last week. But Meg's parents took me on a hike to Palvarata Falls, which was mostly really muddy and slippery and still really awesome and beautiful because everything in Tasmania is beautiful. I've also been to Mona with Meg. It's the Museum of Old and New Art, which is really cool because I got to do this. Yeah, I mean, I made music while jumping up and down and being an idiot. And also, Meg owns a horse. She's called Ava, and we went to visit her, and it was awesome. And Meg went for a ride, and I sort of walked along, and then we found even more incredible views because that's normal now, apparently. So the highlight of my whole week was probably the trip we took to Maria Island. It was me, Meg, and her best friend Ellen, who's also really awesome, and it was so much fun. We had to drive about 2 hours, an hour and a half, to get to Orford first. And we got on a ferry and it was really windy and really awesome and so much fun. And then we arrived on Maria Island, which is really pretty. The first day we were very lucky because there was a lot of sunshine. I also learned something new because I thought the sunshine was going to be dangerous and bad in Alice Springs. Turns out the hole in the ozone layer just above Tasmania is even bigger. And yeah, basically I got sunburned. Not that bad though, it's just that I'm a bit shocked because the front side of my legs has never ever been sunburned to my knowledge. And I covered myself in sunscreen, you know, SPF 50, and then this happens. I don't know if you can see it, but look, there's a tan line on my leg. Yeah, it's very flattering. So yeah, the first day was really sunny and really beautiful, and we spent it at the beach, and the water is very clear and it's just so pretty. We stayed on Maria Island for one night, so we camped out in a tent and we made a fire and it was so good. And it made me realize how much I miss camping, so I'm really considering buying a tent now. On the second day it was raining a lot, so we mostly just packed up all our disgusting muddy and wet stuff and waited for our towels to dry and the tent to dry, and that didn't really happen. So we just sat around the fire and roasted some apples and stared at wombats whenever they came out. And a wallaby. It was a wallaby too. And then we drove back to Hobart. So then I spent my last few days in Hobart just walking around, going to the harbour, which is also really pretty. I also went to Salamanca Market for a second time, which was fun. It's not very interesting, but still, I enjoyed it. And as you can probably tell, I'm completely sold on Tasmania because it's just really beautiful. I do need to go back someday because I've only really seen Hobart, and I need to go back to go to Cradle Mountain and Wineglass Bay, and I need to see Tasmanian Devil. So yeah, you know, all I really need is a good excuse to go back anyway. Well, that and money. Bye.